Hello, and welcome to the world of pride. And I'm your host, the one and only Kipula. Just gonna make a run around the neighborhood. Yeah, we got our little. This right here is supposed to go in our back corner, but we haven't gotten there yet and moving it. I gotta tear it apart a little bit more, and then I can use that wood to block off the gate, and I'll show you what I'm talking about later. And still got some posts that we gotta put it in the ground, and I'll show you where they go in a minute. Nice cloudy weather coming in, stormy weather maybe. You can see the wind. It's kind of cool out here, so that's pretty nice. And then you can see my disaster zone right here. I tore this out by the ground, one of the old metal posts for the fence that they used to have, and you can see I've already tore out a bunch of it, all the stems and everything and root system, and that's what I'm working on now. I would have finished it today, but of course, the woman was like, "Oh, you're all hot and sweaty. You don't need to be doing this and hurting yourself on the way to work tomorrow." So I said, "Okay, I'll finish another day." So all I got to do is just hit it with a couple, 2 or 3, 4 or 5, maybe 10, 20 hits with a pickaxe so I can get all that dirt from underneath it, and I can rip it out. And then I have to take all this dirt and put it back. I gotta buy a couple of tools. I gotta buy a metal heavy duty rake and one that I can scrape the ground with. And you can see some of this fell down already, but I gotta get the boy to come out here and clean it up. And we still have our we had to cover that up so the dog would quit tearing it up and digging it up, because we got one of our babies down underneath that. Then you can see our tomatoes are starting to change color now. They're starting to get some red ones. But I have to tell mommy to come out here and pick them if they're not too done. Monkey grass that we keep down. Usually it's like a sprawled up. It's sort of like big thick grass sprawled everywhere. I'll show you some more later. But basically, all that's left is that one tree right there. Dig that one up out of the ground and the stump on the bottom. Then come over here and dig this stump out here. Pack that one down a little bit more so it'll be straight. Yeah, you better get out of mommy's garden. Still working on the chicken coop here. We just took a break because it was so hot during the summer. Now it's starting to get cool around, the end of August to the beginning of September. Still got my trees that I've dug out. See, the dogs have been trying to dig it out. Still got a lot of garbage to pick up over there. It's all underneath the dirt. Our big old pile that we've put all our leaves and stuff. Good mulch pile. You can see where the moistest places in the yard are, where it's wet. There's some monkey grass. If I didn't cut that monkey grass, it would look just like that. It'd be pretty. I wouldn't have to worry about it. I could just let it grow wild. But we keep it cut down because it makes it look good. I still got to rip up a couple of these. Still got to cut up all those and dig them out by the ground. But I got to wait until I can get our the rest of my ideas coming up. I'm trying to cut back now because I saved. I went on a trip in January or December, and still trying to recover from that. But you can see I call these Chinese trees or something. They're probably not Chinese trees, but they're the only ones I like to save. I don't like it when they get tore up. I had to take a couple of them out, but I still got to pick up some sticks here and there. Ooh, there's a stick I got to dig up. That's where the Chinese tree was. See, you can see it starting to try to come back. So I'm going to let that grow and see if it'll come back to its natural size and everything. There's pepper, and that's I think that's, if I'm not mistaken, that's tan. I think maybe that's Golda. Golda was there. I can't remember where I put Tan. Tan is over here. Yeah, Tan was over there. That's Tabby. And that was Hope. That was the sister of Faith. Faith ran away. I guess she got tired of living here and ran off. But that was Hope. She was the accident baby that, you know, shouldn't have died. It was one of those freak things. I guess she wasn't fully developed on the inside. And she and her sister Faith both went to the doctor at the same time to get fixed so they wouldn't get pregnant. And somehow the vet said while he was working on her, had her cut open and everything, while he was working on her, her whole insides just shut down for some reason. So I guess maybe her heart wasn't working real well or something, but you know, she ended up, you know, she lived a good life, you know, lived good life, you know. Sad to see it, you know, see our babies go. And of course, you know, Dusty, one of our dogs there, and then under that tire I was telling you about, that's Chip. He was our first big baby. He was our big hairy monster. That was a cat that came to live with us for a little while, like during the winter time. She had gotten in a real bad fight with a dog or cat or something and ripped her face open, and somehow she got an infection in it, and we couldn't keep the infection out. We took her to the doctor, and they said, well, all you can do is keep it clean and hope it heals up. But of course, you know, she died because she was an outside cat. We tried to bring her in, but she was crazy when we'd bring her in. Still working on fixing that part over there. You know, that's what we're going to try to do in the next couple months. I'm going to have to get on somebody for digging a hole. But don't know which one did it, so I can't fuss at him. And the boy keeps moving this around. I had it over here, and I cut the trees back there so he wouldn't, you know, jump up and grab them or be smacked with a branch while he's jumping up. So I put it over here and cut the branches. He turned around, moves over there to get the shade. I'm like, psh, never mind, whatever. And here's the woman. She's still working on the van. You know, she's doing a lot. She's already fixed the car 2 or 3 times, but it's just these older vehicles like this, it gets harder and harder to get the parts for it and everything. But she's working on it. She's got parts, and she's fixing to buy some parts for this. She's trying to drop down the whole thing because she's got to replace the gaskets and everything, and the only way she can do that is she got to drop all of it down. So she's trying to move it around so she can drop the motor down. But everything else is pretty well. You know, we had back a couple years back, we had an accident where we got hit on the side of the car, and you can see where it damaged all this, and it ended up ripping the whole tire off. Broke the axle, the tire, just the whole axle tire and everything popped right off. So she lifted up, took the whole axle off, and put everything back together and got it together. So she knows what she's doing when it comes to mechanics. She just has a short attention span when it comes to patience and stuff like that. So I have to help her once in a while. And of course, that's our other box. We made a mistake of going out and I mean, it's a good, you know, if you're doing temporary shit, you know, just for the year, that's great, you know. So these probably last maybe a year, maybe 2 at the most, but they're basically flower boxes, you know, but we just can't keep the dogs and other animals out. I'm going to cut these up as soon as it gets down to where it's like in the 80s and stays in the 80s and quits going up into the 90s. When it gets to like 79, 80 every day or something, then I'll start cutting these up. I got 2 piles, that one and that one over there, and then I'm going to stack them all up here and start cutting them in half. That's our junk pile. So whenever we get our burn barrel started during the winter months and the cooler months and stuff like that, like around, like I said, end of August and beginning of September, you'll start seeing me burn some of that. Let's see what else. We're still out here. We still got our pit. We have to Gonna have to get this baby covered up or something because it's starting to rust right there from the rain. We're gonna have to somehow move it around. I guess she's gonna have to relocate it or something to get it, cover that spot up here. I'll have to, let me see if I can do that now. Uh-oh, piece fell off. Let's see, I gotta pull this down. Come on. There, now it's covered up. Had to cover it up. It's starting to rust and everything. And of course, this is her makeshift thing she made for the pit, so she can rotisserie chicken. And then this was a free table that we got from somebody. You still got to get an umbrella to put in it so we can cover it up, but you just can't have it with the wind blowing because it'll tear it up. This was a free gift here. We fixed it up. Still got that chair, but the boy jumped on it or dropped something on it and put a hole in it, so we really can't use it. This is our grill fire pit. We had that one, but it got rusted. Still doing the fire pit here. Still got to work on it. I don't know if the kitty cats are knocking it over or the dogs knock it over. Still got our front yard looking nice. Still working on, when I start working on getting the that fence part over there fixed, you know, where you can see where it's really looking bad, where it's falling over. Once I get that piece fixed, I'm gonna start putting some pieces up here and close this off. Maybe about 3 or 4 good pieces to block that side off. Would like to go up here. Oh, you better stop. You quit. You, just because you see that doggy coming, better leave that doggy alone. That's a cute little doggy, but you better leave him alone or her alone. Yeah, you don't need to mess with her or him. He's looking for food. He don't have a home like you do. And we got to fix the mailbox again, or start to fix on it because it's tearing up. That's our garbage pile right there. So we basically just throw our debris and garbage there, and still have feeding our birds and stuff like that. Got a little section over there where the ground is caving in. We don't know why, so somebody's supposed to come out here and look at it, but they haven't come out here and looked at it. Well, there's our killer dog right there. Beware of the killer dogs. I wanted to make a sign and put it up there. Beware of the killer dogs. They will text on you. They will whatever, you know. And they're looking at her like she's crazy. You put that hair down. You put that hair down. You put your hair down. You quit being mean to that puppy dog. That puppy dog don't have a home. You're so bad. Come on, you ready to go in? Come on, let's go in. Gotta let the other girl out. It's her time to go potty before it rains. Come on. But we're, you know, slowly, gradually working on it. Time and time again, we work until we get it done. Need a lot of dirt to cover up the yard, to cover up all these branches and stuff sticking out, so we don't quit stumping on it. All right, come on, in the house. You know the rule. Anyway, that's our video. Quick video. Ooh, you can see the wind's getting ready for a storm, and it's nice and breezy out here. Nice day to sit out here, and you're gonna let her in. We're gonna come out here and take a breather. Come on, you go. All right, that's our video. Bye.